Around this corner is our pink bedroom. This is the first bedroom we did, isn't it? Oh, nearly fell over there. I think it's the first bedroom we did. We have moved it around a little bit. So we've added this lovely chair, which I got on Facebook. I love the print. When I got it, I was like, I'm gonna clean this. And I haven't actually cleaned it yet because it does have a few stains, but it was too beautiful not to buy. And it was so cheap. I swear it was like, wasn't it like 70 pounds or 50 quid or something? 90. If you were to buy a chair this shape, this deep, new would be thousands. I feel like it's just so much money. The equivalent you see online all the time, not even with this lovely embroidered fabric. It just has charm as well. I think the dirt is charming. This is a lovely painting from a shop in Penzance. And then again, all the bits in here are antique. The paint is setting plaster by Farrow & Ball. We went for a brighter colour than initially I would have done because this is north facing. And the thing that I've learnt with this house is that if it's north facing, you really need to stay away from cool tones and lean into colour, because this in a south facing room would probably be quite pink and quite visible, but in here it's really soft. It has a beautiful glow in the evening, which it did not before. This was such a dull room when it was just painted a stone colour. We've added loads of colour and pattern in here for that reason. One day this will probably become a nursery, but for now it's a lovely spare bedroom. These pillows were downstairs, but they've come upstairs because I swapped them over just for autumn. We also moved a desk in here. Again, this was from Facebook. It's a lovely antique desk with a nice little chair because we were doing a bit more work in the house. We were doing up our annex, moving things around a bit. So it's just like another space inside where we can do some work. And actually I'm reminding myself I should sit here more because it's such a lovely room to be in. These lights are from Pookie, I think. I do love Pookie lights for this kind of thing. They have lovely, fun lampshades. And then I just got given these by my mum. These are my old cuddly toys. So my little Peter Rabbit. So I think this was the original. And he's a bit worse for wear because he got destroyed by our dog. And I remember crying, and so they got me a new one. But I just thought, how cute, I'll put them in here. So when we have babies, they can remind me of my childhood. Let's go in here. Creaky floor, that is so annoying. When people stay and I have to go in here to get my clothes because this is our dressing room, and then they're in here and I walk past and it makes this creak, I feel so bad. Happens every time people visit. This room is also one that hasn't been done up, but I quite appreciate it. I'm now realising lots of the rooms that haven't been done are the more functional, practical spaces. So this is a dressing room. These amazing cupboards were here when we moved in, so we immediately were like, well, it makes sense for all of our stuff to go in here because our bedroom doesn't really have room for a wardrobe to be able to open it. It's too small and I'd rather have a big bed. I have got this lovely dressing table, which is a mess. Realistically, it's got loads of stuff in it. When we do this room, I would love to do this myself and box this in, because this is an IKEA wardrobe, I'm pretty certain, and make it look like it's built in, and then add some more storage for things like this because it's all over the place, and probably put an extra bed in here or like a sofa bed or something. If you come around here though, you'll see the bath and all the Burlington bits I was talking about. So we've got our double unit there, our shower and our bath, and then I'm pretty sure the toilet's in the attic, which is hilarious. But we've basically been having to save for this outdoor renovation of repointing and doing the chimney stacks, and it's quite expensive, so it's taking a lot of time and your life gets in the way. So this has been on the back burner for a while, but hopefully next year we'll get the bathroom done. And the last room in the house, we'll go outside after, but this is the last room, is our green bedroom. Did you get that? I absolutely love this room. I always think, oh, this is my favourite room, this is my favourite room, this is my favourite room, because when we were just in the pink room I thought that, and same as when we were in the main room. But I think that just means I just love our home so much, and I'm so happy with how we've done each room with its own identity. This room, again, it's north facing, it's the darkest room. I think because it's on the side where there's lots of trees, we went for a really dark colour, and I want to colour drench in here again because the ceiling is white. And yeah, I want to paint all of it green. This is a lovely loaf bed with lovely, oh, what's the brand? Alice Palmer & Co. lampshades. I think I saw them on Pinterest or on Instagram and fell in love and thought I need those. It was one of the main inspirations for this room because I thought if we did green with some lovely pops of red, and that's the end of that sentence. We've got a nice gallery wall here, which if you follow my vlogs, you know I've literally spent so much time trying to figure out which ones go where, and I still change them up sometimes, but it's nice to have this space with a gallery wall. I think we'll do the same in our landing sort of stairway. Got a lovely big painting up here, which was so strange because I bought this and then realised it was the exact same colour as the wall, so it just worked perfectly. This is Breakfast Room Green by Farrow and Ball, and yeah, I love this colour. It looks so bright. And this is where I think you have to swatch, because this is so bright when you look at it in the pot or when you look at examples, but in here it's so dark because it's such a dark room. Again, we got these curtains made by Truro Fabric. This is Sanderson actually, like the wallpaper, and it's this lovely, like kind of slightly tropical print with different birds and parrots. I just absolutely love. I always think that in old manor houses like National Trust sites or in magazines, I absolutely love when they have curtains that have wacky prints or tropical prints because it kind of is that contrast. I'm assuming it comes from when people who owned lovely homes would travel, and so they'd want to show the different things maybe they'd seen, or the different animals or birds or plants that they'd seen on their travels, and maybe that is what inspired prints like this in English homes. And that's this room, a lovely guest room. It's where most people stay when they come to stay with us because it's actually the biggest room. We didn't take this as our room because it has an ensuite. I'm not going to show you the ensuite, it's not done, it's tiny. And right now actually it has a load of stuff we need to sell and all of our who gives a crap toilet roll that we buy in bulk. But it's perfect for when people stay, that they have their own bathroom. Now let's go outside because I can show you the patio, which we have done a lot with, and also our garage conversion, which hasn't changed loads, but it has changed a little bit from last time. We're in our garage conversion now. So round here, this used to be a garage. It was all overgrown. You wouldn't have even seen it from this side, but we've made this into an extra living space. We're just yet to add the steps. I haven't taken you outside because it's very windy at the minute and it'll pick up on the mic. So we'll show you outside tomorrow and I'll show you where this room is in relation to the house. But you have to go outside to get in here, and it was a garage when we first moved in. There was a leaking roof, there was broken doors, and originally we just planned to fix the roof and fix the doors and have it as a functioning garage. And then as we were doing the renovation, we realised, will we actually need a garage? Will we use it? Would we rather just have a shed and use this as an extra living space? Because we've got a small living room inside. We thought we could have a kind of living room stroke office, potential future place for kids to play. Like, this is our forever home. I'm always thinking of the future. And so we went with that option. We've got a gorgeous wall, which we kept kind of visible. We didn't plaster over it because this is the outside wall. We tongue and groove, what do you call this stuff again? Matchboard, the whole room. I always forget what the paint colour is in here. It's something like elephant something. It's not Farrenball, it's like Dulux Heritage. And I'll try and figure out what the colour is. It may be in the original video we did for this room, but it's a lovely, like, neutral colour because it's grey, but it's not too grey. It has got kind of like a stony beige colour, so it's kind of greyish. Hello, Alexa. Over here we've got a Peloton, which honestly we don't use as much as we should, and I wish that we used it. Oh, Alexa, stop. I want to get into it more. I've just cancelled my gym membership so I can work out more from home, so we'll see. This is a lovely vegan DFS armchair that I love. It's so comfy. Roxy always jumps and lies in it. And then this sofa is amazing. This sofa is from Patio. We basically wanted a sofa that was sustainable, and they claim to be like the most sustainable sofa brand because everything they do, they think about where the materials come from, how it's delivered. Basically everything that goes into making these sofas is very considered. And I'm pretty certain from my memory, it's been a few years that we got the sofa, but I have a memory of lots of their materials coming from recycled materials too. They deliver it in boxes as well. So it's just the whole process. Really go look into them because it was something that we were focused on, because lots of sofas are made from plastics, or they have down feathers, which we really didn't want in a new sofa. It's modular too, so you can move it around. So we often move it and make it into like a big bed and watch TV on the projector, and it's just the comfiest, loveliest sofa, and I feel like we'll have it forever. It's very, very lovely. And we actually do have a little ottoman, but we've gone a bit ottoman mad in this room. That's something that we need to figure out, because this came with that ochre sofa from inside that I mentioned, and it's just so much bigger. So we brought it in here and it was too big for the one inside, but it's bigger than that one. So we probably need to put that one somewhere else because it's one too many. Doesn't look great, but Christmas time it can be useful when everyone's here. Over here is our big projector screen. We've got an Jimmy projector with a lovely big screen. This was kind of what sparked, I think, our inspiration for making this into a room, because in our old house, we had a projector screen and we loved it, and we don't have one in the living room. And so when we were doing this, we're like, why don't we put a projector in here? That would be so much fun. And we have the most amazing movie nights in here. It's just so cozy. And it's kind of nice it being separate from the house. I have spoken to you quite a few times about knocking through, because this goes through to the kitchen. I think we will do that one day, just for ease of having an extra space that you can just get into. But for now, it's quite nice that it's separate. I think that will be something that we do when everything else is finished, because it's just not important. And we didn't do it when we did this because it would have been quite expensive, and we just wanted to finish this space. This area has changed a bit since I shared this room. We've moved our office into here. We did have our office in our annex, so we just moved this in here because I'm just so much more likely to come in here when I'm working. It's just a cozier space. It's closer to the house. It makes a lot more sense to have it all in one living area. I've got my desks here. I'm actually selling this computer because I don't need to. This is from my parents' house as well. They used to have all of their LPs and vinyls stored in it. Now this is just kind of like office work storage. I'm standing awkwardly because I don't want my feet on the internet.
Make good money.
I don't want to be on that website. Or was it like Wikifeet? I've got some nice things in the sort of alcoves. We created these little alcoves because this is quite a fun fact. This room used to be where the cows and the calves lived, and that was where they stored the milk or something, wasn't it? The little alcoves. Yeah, because they had shelves. Something like that. Or they did, it was something related to it. I probably said it in the original renovation video, so go check that out. We've got some lovely Jim Lawrence lights, and that's kind of it for the house. Oh yeah, this is a new thing. We got this on Facebook as well. It's to store all of Alex's games. We've got board games in there, and then we have got these out on display because I did do a little declutter recently, and all of you said put them out because why not? It's a fun room. So this is where you game, so that makes sense. And that's this room, it's gorgeous. And now we'll head outside, but it will be tomorrow because it's a little bit windy right now. It is a different day. The day we were filming the rest of our tour, it was exceptionally windy. So we decided to hold off and show you the patio when it was less windy, which is today. We've had a lot of rain, so there's been a bit of a gap between filming the inside of the house and now, but I wanted to show you our patio and how much has changed. Ignore this patio for a second, I'll talk about that in a minute, but come with me. So when you come out the house, this is the back of the house, and it looks like the front though, but it is the back. This is an area that when we first moved was a lot narrow. It was kind of like a terrace, and it was gravel with behind you a sort of big flower bed, which is where the septic tank lived. So when we were doing our garage conversion, which was I think in the last 2-year update we mentioned it, that when we were doing the garage conversion, there was a weight on the windows. So the builders were like, should we start working on the patio? Because we know you want to do it. They started to dig up the patio because we wanted to pave it. And then they realized that the septic tank was basically lots of the pipes were broken. So we got an expert in to look at the septic tank, and it was, yeah, it had gone past its best and was no longer functioning. We had emptied it and it kept on filling back up because essentially the old rubber pipes were filling up with water because they were broken. So we had the alarming surprise of having to install a new septic tank. The new septic tank went into the garden, so we moved it and we actually ripped up the septic tank and filled that area so that we could use this area as a patio. So it kind of snowballed, didn't expect it, added extra space to the patio, but also added extra cost. We basically went for it. We widened the patio. It took a very long time. We had to change builders midway because the original builders, it was just one of those projects that I think was maybe beyond the scope of what they originally were capable of doing, and we decided to go with somebody else because it was taking a very long time. We basically paused it. It was around our wedding. We paused it and then carried on. We put in this beautiful limestone, and it's from a local quarry. My friend who works at this quarry, he was like, we've got loads of amazing limestone and paving, come and have a little look. So we did. I'll leave a link to them. They are based near Liskeard. So if you are in Cornwall, go to them. They are amazing and they have everything you'd ever want. It is blue limestone. We were kind of toying between blue limestone and kind of like a yellowy limestone, but I kind of wanted to go for the blue limestone because I feel like it reflects really nicely on the granite of a Cornish house, and I'm so happy we did. It has made this patio such a usable area. It's essentially a whole new room. We've got these amazing sofas, which obviously don't have cushions on them right now because it's autumn, but we spend so much time out here in the summer just working, reading, drinking, eating. We also added these beautiful flower beds, which were there before, but they're bigger and we had to fill them. They have done really well this summer. I'm excited for next spring, summer to see how they flourish, because I've planted quite a lot of things that hopefully next year will get even bigger and we can add to them over time. And it just makes me very happy to have this kind of area filled with flowers and colour. Even in October, it's still colourful. At this end was where there was a wooden patio. I forget the word for it. It's always forget this word, but it was basically a higher up area made from wood that is such an obvious word. I'm gonna have to put it on screen. We got rid of that. It was rotting away and it didn't really fit the feel of the garden. Instead, we put a lovely Cornish wall at the end here just to finish the patio off, and these amazing steps, which I'm so happy with because it just kind of leads up into our annex, and it just feels so much nicer, like one big long area that really complements the house. I feel like you can see it here. It just feels like this lovely big terrace at the back of the house that we can use all throughout the year and have parties and eat and drink, and it's just lovely. Hopefully moving you back, you can get more of a feel for it. So I looked at loads of images of how to sort of lay this patio out with the steps. I knew that this is something I wanted, with beautiful steps down. Originally, there wasn't really any step down. We just had the granite front with gravel. We kept all of that granite. And let me tell you, that was such a task to figure out. We had to get a big digger and basically like a scaffold to move this granite just forwards a bit because it's so heavy. But we moved that so that we would still have that front because it's so lovely, and it just feels like it didn't change too much. But we added like an extra metre of width because before it was very narrow, so that you wouldn't really be able to walk past if you had a table and chairs. So we kept the granite front and then added these lovely steps up to the back door so that it feels very symmetrical. It kind of complements the shape of the house. I love that we painted the back door blue as well to match the blue limestone, so I can just potter up these steps into my house. So over here is where the septic tank used to be. We had to sort of rip up everything. There was a big kind of flower bed area here, but it was quite overgrown. And then the garage conversion, you couldn't even access. It was just a leaking garage that you couldn't get into from this side. It just had a window. We decided to make this into a bigger patio area, which in hindsight, I think because of the way that we had to kind of react to the situation as it was happening, I probably wouldn't have bothered with this extra area. It was a huge added cost, and I'm not sure that we necessarily use it as much as is justified for doing it. Maybe I'll change my mind though in the future. I got this lovely table and chairs from Facebook Marketplace. I'd been eyeing something like this for so long. I really wanted an old cast iron table and chairs with like a marble top. It's just so pretty and it looks lovely against the wisteria and the Virginia creeper and all the flowers. I just absolutely love this. And this is where our kitchen is, so it kind of is a nice area to look out on. Over here is where the garage conversion is. You've seen inside there hopefully in this video already, and we put lovely steps up. It was a bit of a tricky one because it's at an angle. It's not completely straight, but the builders did a great job of kind of figuring that one out. And then we've got a water tank here that can collect water from the, well, it's not connected up currently, but it does collect water, rainwater, and we need to fix all our guttering basically so that we can have collections for the water. But I love it. It's an old whiskey tank. What do you call it? A whiskey? Oh my God, I'm not good with my words today, am I? I love the way that the wood cladding on the outside of this garage has worn down. It used to be bright orange and it's silvered up so beautifully. And these French doors, actually, originally we were thinking of doing something modern to kind of offset the house, but I'm so glad we went with the traditional style. We basically just got them to match the windows, but make a French door. And I love them. They look so pretty and I feel like it makes the garage feel that much better. This is the extra area I was referring to that's all made up of sleepers. So it kind of extends basically. This was where the septic tank was and it was quite a large area. It ended up becoming quite a big project to undertake because, like I said, we didn't plan it. And so the sleepers kept on getting higher and higher because our garden is on a slope. We did make the most of it though. We've decided to put our table and chairs here. It's quite a nice place for it to be. So we've got different areas of the patio. And then at the far end, there is a seating area, which we haven't really used much because there are so many seating areas on this patio. And it's something that next year I really would like to make sure I use more. I want to get some cushions that we can use. So this area, we got the builders to basically design cupboards that you can lift up. One of the issues also was that because we were building this area up so much, there's not really anywhere to lean back on. It's quite a low sofa, but maybe it will change my opinion if I actually get cushions, if we use this more in the future. There's lights here as well. We've got plug sockets. We really went all out. And my main regret is that we don't use it enough. I think, fingers crossed that next summer we get to use it a lot more. Thank you so much for watching our house tour after 3.5 years of renovating. If you missed episode 1, I will link it because that shows the other rooms of the house that you didn't see in this video. And stay tuned and subscribe because I'm going to be doing lots more renovating projects happening in the future and you don't want to miss them. So if you hit the subscribe button, all of the renovation videos will come up on your subscription feed. Give this video a thumbs up so that you can see them. And I'm very excited. I think that the next video we will share will be a patio kind of full renovation so you can see the whole process and all the details, and also our bedroom makeover again so you can see everything and all the nitty-gritty. And in the future we're going to be doing a lot in the garden. We want to be getting the paintbrushes out again and colour drenching some of the rooms, and then hopefully soon we get to do our bathroom, so I'm so excited for that. Anyway, I hope to see you in my next video, and thanks again for watching, and make sure to go follow us on our Cornish cottage for daily updates, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.